Hey everybody, Jim Haas here for Blaze Outdoor Products. I want to talk a little bit about the differences between our LTE style grills and our professional style grills. Oftentimes I hear a customer will ask, what am I paying for? Why would I pay this much more for the Pro as opposed to the LTE? They've got a lot of the same features, a lot of similar features, same warranty, lifetime on all stainless, all of our gas products, side burners, power burners, grills, griddle, lifetime warranty on the stainless steel. So what are the major differences between the LTE that you see here and our Pro style? We'll start with the heart of the system, the burners. So the LTE style is going to have a single bar. It is a solid cast stainless steel burner, but a single bar burner, a 14,000 BTU per burner, as opposed to the Pro style. Now you're jumping up to the bigger H-style burner. It's almost kind of like two burners in one, if you will. You jump up to the 18,000 BTUs on the Pro burners. So a little bit more material, both cast stainless, but more material, more BTU, higher cooking temps, deeper sear marks on the Pro. A lot of that in part due to the cooking grates. So again, impressive on its own. 9mm cooking grates on the LTE. It's kind of a, you can see there, kind of a little wider at the base, a little more of that heat transfer, nice tight spacing between the cooking rods, as opposed to, again, your heavier Pro style cooking grates that are going to be a 12mm hexagonal rod. Put it right side up for you. Even tighter spacing still. Actually, I'm going to put these on the floor so you can see these side by side, and you can see substantially bigger cooking grate on the Pro, more material, tighter spacing, again, more heat transfer, and those sweet, sweet deep sear marks. So below the cooking grates and above the burners, we have our flame tamer. They actually serve a couple different purposes. The flame tamer actually does knock down any flare-ups that you might have. Got to keep them clean, keep the holes nice and open so they work properly. They also help distribute the heat front to back and side to side so you don't have any cold spots. They also protect the burner. So you see on the LTE flame tamer that sits over the single bar burner versus the Pro. So once again, more material. Heavier gauge of steel on the Pro. It's a 14 gauge versus a 12 gauge. Those gauges are always weird. It's, you know, one of those things where it's the lower the number, the thicker the gauge, the heavier the gauge. So now we do have two different sizes for each style. The LTE style grills are going to come in a 32-inch and a 40-inch. What you're seeing here is the 40-inch. It's referred to as our LTE 5 burner. And then the Pro Series comes in a 34-inch and a 44-inch. So what you're seeing here is the smaller of the two. This is the 34-inch, also referred to as the Pro 3 burner. This comes standard with a rotisserie kit. You can order a rotisserie for the LTE, but that's one of the nice extra features on this. It does come with the rotisserie kit. It comes with a set of hooks that are installed behind on the back of the grill head that double as a hood stop, and also rotisserie rod storage. So kind of nice for any fan of rotisserie. Comes standard with it. Now, if you're going to order the grills with the carts, that is an extra expense with the carts. Everything's kind of sold a la carte. Our specialty really is, you know, outdoor kitchens and custom barbecue islands and things. So I'd say that most of what we sell is just going to be the head, and then along with cabinetry and other things like that. But you can certainly get a cart for it. The LTE or traditional carts, once they are assembled, they'll have their shelves are fixed in place, and that's also a really good selling point if you have ever assembled a grill cart. It is not what you'd call fun. The Pro carts actually come pre-assembled for the most part. You got to put like the handles and the casters on, but for the most part, the body of the cart is pre-assembled. So another nice little luxury feature. Another luxury feature is the Pro drip tray is on rollers rather than sliders, so opens and closes real easily. The drawers on the Pro carts have that soft close technology. The shelves on the Pro carts fold down. When they're folded up in place, they're quite a bit bigger than the traditional carts as well. So a lot of things like that, luxury features, luxury upgrades. Pro is more of a commercial grade as far as the heavy cooking grates and the heavy material that's in it. And that's not to take away from the LTE. Like I said, they both have the same lifetime warranty, and they're both great grills. The Pro Series is for that serious griller, the guy that's going to be out there, maybe even 2, 3, 4 times a week. The other nice feature with these are basically measured as far as length. So I mentioned we have a 32 and a 40 inch in the LTE and a 34 and a 44 inch in the Pro. And that's really just the length. The Pro grills are also quite a bit deeper than the LTE. So even though, the 2 grills we have in each of those categories are very similar in size, lengthwise, you're getting a lot more grill space with the Pro Series. So that's really what you're paying for, is that material, the extra BTUs, the extra luxury upgrades. And another really nice feature on our Pro grills, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, and this is only on the Pros, this is not on the traditional or LTEs. Let's see if we can get around that glare. Temp gauge on the Pros, the outer ring is oven temp, ambient average oven temp. The inner ring of numbers is grill surface temp, and again, average grill surface temp. It's an analog temp gauge, so it's not dead accurate by any means, but certainly with the Pro style grill and temp gauge, you're going to get a little more authentic temp reading on that. So people seem to like that. In fact, any analog temp gauge is anything but accurate, and that goes for any gas grill that's out there if they're using the analog style gauges. When Blaze first came out, we had high, medium, low was all it had on the gauge. People wanted numbers. We gave them numbers. Well, now they want to hold that number to the number, and it's an average temperature. But the Pro grill is going to be a little more accurate, if you will. So that's really the major differences, LTE and Pro. And thanks for your interest in Blaze Outdoor Products. See you next time.